goede eerste vraag aan Schmidt.
Ze spelen ze
Ja.
vuur ze niet.
Kennen Sie Medizin für Vitamine?
Zo gunstig van PSV met die duel.
Ja.
Oh nee, steek je wel. Zo?
Ja, dankjewel.
Yes.
Nog steeds wat ik zo lees, is dat het een afleiding is.
De laatste match heb ik
Goedendag.
Hallo.
Goedemorgen allemaal. Excuses voor de vertraging. Welkom bij de persconferentie voorafgaand aan PSV FC Twente. Mag ik met jou beginnen, Jeroen?
Jazeker, goedemorgen allemaal. Roger, we are all quite in shock because 5 minutes ago we saw something quite remarkable. Did you hear already about Onana?
Yeah, Hanneke told me 1 minute ago. Yeah, I don't know about it. It would be a pity if he's out because he's a really good goalkeeper. I like his style, and I don't know what happened. If it is on purpose or it was coincidence. Right now I know nothing about it. If it is a final decision that he has to be out for 12 months, for him it's tragic. It's tragic.
Yeah. What does it mean for a club, you think, if there is a lot of commotion? For Ajax in this case?
I cannot talk about Ajax, so I think, of course, sometimes you miss a few players, so we miss also a few players. Sometimes of injuries, that's something special because there are not so many of these cases in football, and we get tested a lot of times with that. So I think all the players, they know that that are these rules, and they get tested. So normally, I think you never hear about something like that, but yeah. I don't know. It's difficult to say something about it because I don't know any details.
How was your week? A week without matches? Was that nice to have a quiet week?
Yeah, of course. I think it was a tough schedule in January, so we played a lot of games with a small squad, and I think the players, they need some rest now, and that was the topic this week. Actually, you are happy to train a lot in these weeks, in these normal weeks. But after the January, I think the most important thing was to get some fresh energy, physical-wise, but also mentality-wise. And so that was the focus. Now we are in training again. We prepare us for tomorrow and for the next weeks.
Yeah, they were off for 3 days, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, was that a tough decision? Want I can also understand that you think now it's time to have some opportunity to train with the team.
No, it's not a tough decision. It was a clear decision because I think it is always you need a mix of load and regeneration. And if you have 7 matches in 20 days, it's clear that the players are tired. And if they are tired, you cannot have really the contents of the training is not on the highest level. So you have to create some fresh energy, and so that was a clear decision.
On Sunday, that was disappointing for you, obviously, because you lost. The rest of the day was also disappointing because now it's 7 points. How do you see the race with Ajax? Is there still a race, or if they do what they can, it's going to be really hard, I think, to be in this race?
Yeah, of course, but it was clear from the beginning, so that we need a perfect season to play for the prize in the Eredivisie was clear. We did it. Well, for a long time, this month or the last month was Ajax won all the matches except our match in Ajax. It was a draw. We lost 2 matches against Alkmaar and Feyenoord. 2 matches, the losses were a little bit unnecessary in my opinion. So I think also the last match against Feyenoord, I think they deserved to win because they showed a great efficiency. So they had only a few chances, but they used all the chances. I think we played not a bad game. We were a lot of times around the box in the final third and create chances, but we we didn't score goals, so we have not. We played efficiency-wise. We played not on the same level. That's why we lost. But nevertheless, when I analyzed the game, there were a lot of good things in the game. So we controlled the game. We played dominant football. We played our style, and at the end, we have to accept. At this day, we were not good enough. But if you see the whole months, Ajax won also the matches in the last minute sometimes. So, and of course, if something happened like that, then it's not easy for us to be still in the race, like you said. But at the end, we have to focus always on the next match. We have to do our job. It's always difficult to win the matches. Tomorrow is a very tough game against Twente. In my opinion, Twente is difficult to play because they play with a lot of intensity, high energy, tactical-wise, top team. It's a little bit surprising, in my opinion, that they have no more points than they have right now, because football-wise, they are one of the best teams in the league.
Yeah. You saw the match last Sunday. And in the whole month is too vulnerable. Is that still a problem for PSV? Too many goals and chances that you give away?
I think it's a mix of both. So of course we conceded 3 goals, but I think we can score 4 or 5 goals. So I think it's both. So of course I say that they were really efficient this day. They scored, of course. We know Berghuis is a good player when he cut inside and with the left foot, but also he will not always score from this position a goal. So it's the probability to score a goal from there is maybe 5%. So, but they did it, and I think we had better opportunities, but we didn't score goals. So I think it's also a question of both. It's defending. We made a few mistakes tactical-wise. We have to talk about it and we have to improve. But we also have to see that in the final third in the box of the opponent, there's also potential for us to score more goals, to have more clear opportunities. And I think, we are still in the development, like I said before.
Last question. After Twente, it's Ajax again for the cup. Did you ask someone to check if Haller is on the list for the KVB Cup?
No.
Okay. Thanks.
Ik ben al. Verrassing. Normaal gesproken, jij eerst Marco, hè, maar. Hi Roger. Tough match of course Sunday. Do you think that something will change in your style of playing? Maybe it's sometimes a little bit better organized when you lose the ball, or is it just the way it is? Is it as you say that because the opponent was better in scoring goals on Sunday?
Of course we have to use always the matches to improve, and always when you concede the goals, you could defend the goal. So that's always the same. So without mistakes, if you do it perfect, then at the end you will not concede any goals. And we made a few mistakes, but I analyzed it really in the detail this game, and we got one counter attack. But the other 2 goals were no counter attacks. So it's not like we are too open when we are in ball possession and we always get counter attacks. It was not like that. Only the 3rd goal was a counter attack. All the other goals were different topics, and we were a little bit. It was too easy for them. We give them some spaces to score the goals. Where we discussed before, we have to be there. We have to control these spaces, but we were a little bit too motivated sometimes to leave our position. And it's always the same. You have to control the central area of the defending area, and I think it is not that the players are have not the willingness to do it. I think sometimes they're a little bit almost over motivated, and they have to be a little bit more smart in the tactical behavior. But our players are still young, and I think they can also develop in this topic. And so I always recognize the last months that when we talk about topics, the players were able to put it into practice next games, and so we use, like I said, directly after the game on Sunday, we have to use this match to develop. That's the only thing we can do, because it's already lost. We cannot get the 3 points back. But I also have to say the players, we played not a bad game on Sunday, and I know, of course, football is a result game, so the most important thing is the result. But for me as a coach, to analyze the game is a different point of view. So I also have to consider if the players doing their best or not, and so I have to guide them and lead them as a coach in a different way, like the people from outside, and we do that. And I think there were a lot of good things on Sunday. So we played really dominant in Feyenoord. It was good enough to win this game. At the end, we lost it, and we have to talk about the reasons.
Yeah, so you were too much in a hurry sometimes. When you concede a goal, it's a lesson to not be in a hurry to score the equalizer, because there was many time after the first goal.
Yeah, first goal, and also, to be honest, also in the halftime, I was convinced that we are able to win the game. And we started well, and I think we created also a few good chances. But at one point, you have to score the goals, and to keep the confidence that you can win this game. But if we only scored one goal, and then we had two big chances to score the second one. If you cannot score these goals, then it's difficult to keep the power, the pressing, everything on the top level 90 minutes, because we spend a lot of energy before.
Yeah, Roger, everyone here in Eindhoven and maybe also outside wants to see Mario Götze again, but yeah, tomorrow is maybe a little bit earlier, but Wednesday is still a possibility.
Yeah, but probably not.
Also, probably not.
No.
Oh,
I think not. I cannot 100% say it, but to be honest, I don't expect that he can play on Wednesday.
Yeah, but what is wrong? Because it's lasting really long. Eh?
Yeah, nothing is wrong. So he's on a good way.
Yeah.
But he is still in the individual training, and after 4 weeks injury, I think he needs a few team trainings to be ready also for the game. So maybe he's fit on Wednesday, but without team training, without the confidence that he can be really in the duels and can do everything, I think is not wise to let him play. Of course, we want to win on Wednesday. We want to fight for the cup, but we also have a few other topics this season, and we have a lot of matches, and we have to take care that we don't be too fast with our decision to bring him back on the pitch.
The expectation was 2 weeks in January, but that was a little bit too optimistic then at that moment.
Yeah, that was too optimistic, yes.
Yeah. And Cody Gakpo is maybe back tomorrow, or still
No,
not, you think?
No, it's not back, no.
Is that also, how do you say, it's because last week there was an opportunity maybe that he could play, but...
No, yeah, of course, the hope is always there, and you never know exactly in this kind of injuries how long it needs, but for him it's the same, so he's still in individual training, and he need also some trainings with the team to get the confidence with his ankle, and right now, for tomorrow, for sure not, maybe a little chance for Wednesday, but I think probably he will also not be ready for Wednesday.
Good luck. Still.
Thank you.
Roger, when you analyze a game like Feyenoord, do you use Mario Götze when you talk with all the players? Do you use him in maybe what he thinks about the match or not?
No.
Because he's a player, when you look at the matches of PSV now, you talked about being in a hurry sometimes. It lacks. There lacks a player who sometimes gives, let's say, 3 balls in the breedte. What is in English? To give balls wide and be a little patient in the play. That's one of the things you lack, I think, sometimes. Do you agree?
Yeah, of course, he's like a stratege. So of course he can create a rhythm. But I think, to be honest, when I analyzed the game, that how many times we were able they play actually they play 7-3 formation for 7-3, and we were able nevertheless we were able to find so many times the depth to create runs into the deep. I think we cannot, sometimes you cannot play it better than we did it, but at the end, the final pass and the final cross and the final shot, the final duel, we always were not good enough to score goals. So we have to notice that, and we have to work on it. And also we need more options in the box of the opponent. Also our players, the midfielders, sometimes they are not ready right now to be also involved in the situations in the box, to have 4 or 5 players in the box when we play crosses. If there are only 1 or 2 players, then it's easy to defend. And I think we have also to work. We have to work on that. So we already did it better than we did it on Sunday in this season. I think there are different topics, and Mario for sure is an important player, and he gives us something extra, because he's one of the players we cannot replace one by one or 1-1, and so that's clear. But right now we have to focus on the players who are there. They are doing well, in my opinion, and we have to focus on them.
And do you see players that you can use in another position than they played until now? Let's say sometimes, are there possibilities?
What do you mean?
Well, let's say Erik ten Hag, for example, he played Daley Blind on left back last Sunday, and he changed the formation a little bit, and sometimes you see that a player he plays on a position that he never played before, and then it helps the team. Do you see opportunities with players you didn't use in a specific role until now?
I think we always looking for options, and we have to do it also this season a few times. And but right now, to be honest, we have not so many options. So we have the players who played on Sunday. We have a few players who are back from long-term injuries, who are not on top level right now, like Guiteres, like Marco van Ginkel, also Ryan Thomas, Mauro Junior, like they come from a long-term injury. Armando Obispo, Nick Figueva is injured, Noni Madueke is injured, Mario Götze is injured, Cody Gakpo is injured. I see a lot of players in our gym training every day. Yeah. So at the moment, I'm not thinking about what are the other options for players. I'm happy that we always have a good starting 11 and a few options on the bench. And if you have this kind of schedule like we have right now, that's a big challenge for the players to be always ready. And that's why I think we are doing well, not perfect. And we are disappointed about the 2 matches against Alkmaar and Feyenoord, especially of the result. And we give so easy the 3 points away. Easy, not we make too many mistakes, too easy goals, but at the end, I always have to appreciate also what the players are doing, and the motivation and the mentality of the players is really great, and we are now a little bit fresher than on Sunday, and we have to show it tomorrow, because tomorrow is really, in my opinion, is a really tough game.
Thanks.
Did you talk with Philip Max and Denzel Dumfries as a pair after the game? Because in my opinion, they're too often attacking both. Mm-hmm. We talked about it after the Heerenveen game, remember? And I saw it again against Feyenoord a couple of times. And then there are too little defenders. Did you talk with them about that?
We always talk about that. So of course it's always the challenge for the players, for our backs. So we use a lot our backs in the attacking, and especially if a team like Feyenoord play this defensive football with a lot of players in the defense on one line. Of course, then our backs are really good weapons to come into the depth, and we used them in a really good way on Sunday. Of course, if they are both high, then sometimes if you lose balls for them, it's a long way to to come back and to be in their position, to be connected to the center backs. But I think we also have solutions for these moments. And of course, our central midfielders, they have to be there, and they have to be good in the rest defense.
Was that a problem because of the two? So sometimes they look at the ball. That's what you wanted. Don't look at the opponent, but look at the ball.
And the third goal was a problem.
And then they.
It was one. Yeah, it is one moment, but.
How,
There were not so many moments of this the same type, in my opinion. I think the third goal was an easy ball loss. It was that easy that we cannot win the ball directly back in the gegenpressing. So we need a few seconds more. But nevertheless, I think we were ready for the moment. Then maybe our central midfielders they were not taking care of the space behind them, and that it was possible to play the ball behind them, and then it was still very easy to defend this moment. It was not a clear 100% goal opportunity at the beginning. I think we opened spaces also in the central defense, not the central midfielder. So the central defense between our center backs, the pass, this pass has to be impossible for the opponent. So we make small mistakes, and then we have to say also that this quality. Feyenoord played with one touch exactly in this space, and then they were alone. The striker was alone in front of our goalkeeper. So I think there are different reasons, and we can stop the counter attack of Feyenoord a few times. This was not because Philip Max and Denzel Dumfries both were high. So of course sometimes if you lose the ball, it's a problem, and you need always a mix. They have to work as a team. Also, one of them can attack. One of them has to be also ready for the rest defense if you lose balls. But they are doing on a top level. But in my opinion, it was not the reason for the goal.
No, then I can imagine that you show them in the video, and then you talk to them. Do they need matches to improve, or can you train this, or?
No, I think there's nothing that we have to improve. I think we are doing it in a really good way.
Yeah.
So I think our backs, I don't know exactly how many goals they scored and how many assists they give. So we use them in a really good way, and they. It's not that we always concede goals because both backs are away. So I think they still have improvement for the tactical behavior, also to. With the timing, to find the right moment, to be back, to anticipate a little bit earlier the moment when we lose balls. But I think we are on a good level in the tactical behavior. Both players, I appreciate what they are doing for the team. They always run a lot and run a lot of intensive runs. And I think tactical-wise, that is not our biggest problem.
What is the biggest problem?
We have not a big problem.
Okay.
We are always working on details, but you know, in football, details are very important.
Very important.
So like I said before, if Olivier Boskagli stay in the central position and not open the space for the final pass, then that's a detail. Huh? So Olivier is
very good.
He's not a big problem. Is the opposite. He's a top player, tactical-wise, top. He's anticipating, he's forward defending, he's really good in reading moments, but sometimes he make a mistake, and like that. And if the opponent use it, then of course it happened, and we have to talk about it. And next time maybe he will be a little bit more smart.
That's part of football. What you say is we are developing. Can you talk of in Holland we say tussenjaar, at PSV a tussenjaar? It's not possible.
No, I
so
don't
you
like,
say we are.
To be honest, as a coach, I don't like Zwischenjahre.
No.
So because
but you say we are
Zwischenjahre are always.
But you say we are developing, but you have to perform also.
Yeah, but we want to develop as fast as possible, and we don't give any prize away in our development. So I know it's a big challenge, and we are a new team. We play a new idea of football. Our new players, they come after the start of the season. We have a lot of Corona moments. No player is used to play international season. We have now a lot of injured players in a very important and tough time, and we are not complaining about that. But it's realistic. It is the truth.
That's truth.
Yeah, and nevertheless, we want to win on Wednesday the cup in the cup game against Ajax to fight for the cup for the final, and we want to win tomorrow against Twente to work on our situation in the league. So we don't give anything away. It is not a Zwischenjahr. It's a hard year and we want to develop as fast as possible.
Okay, last question. Do you feel the pressure is building up? Do you feel the pressure is building up in this month because of Ajax? Because 2 times Ajax, 2 times Olympiacos. After this month, it can be beautiful or it can be really bad.
Yeah, but that's what we want. We want to play international. We are happy. We are still in the Europa League, and we are also happy we are still in the cup. So yeah, if you think about the chances in the Eredivisie, then it would be better. We are not winning in Granada, and we are not winning the cup matches, and then we can focus on the Eredivisie. But yeah, that's not our attitude. We want to fight for everything. We always think big, and then we will see what at the end is possible for us. But right now, I'm not afraid of this month. So we are looking forward to play these games. We always have to focus on the next game. Hopefully players come back in the next weeks and we can use them, that we have more options. And then I still believe in each match that we are able to win the game.
Good luck tomorrow, and PSV is a better team than Twente.
What is better? We have to show tomorrow that we are better. So it's not in general, of course, the requirements of PSV is better because we have a better budget and everything. But yeah, so also Ajax has a much bigger budget than us. But nevertheless, you want us to be the champion. So it is not so easy to win these games. And what I said before, I respect the quality of Twente. I respect how they play. I like how they play. So I know it's not easy to play against them.
Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Dat was het volgens mij. Dan zien we jullie graag morgenavond in het stadion. Middag trouwens, morgenmiddag. Middag.
Okay.
4:30, ja.
Okay. Dankeschön.